Episode 22. You got the headphones on. It's official.
I'm going to leave them on.
You're going to leave them on. Episode
like
22,
Rogan.
though. We're recording this on Memorial Day, so hope everyone had a great Memorial Day yesterday. Really not a great time to be recording because we've got Game 7 with the Heat and Celtics tonight. So we're going to talk about it, but by the time you listen, already irrelevant. We've got Game 6 with Golden Knights, Stars, also already happening last night. So we didn't plan this well, but we always record on Mondays, so here we are.
So we got to do what you got to do.
We got to do what you got to do. Michael Block, you were right about this. I saw he finished 120th, and I was like,
Can we clip that?
if only Christian called it.
I did.
If only Christian called it that he's going to finish at least 10 over.
Can we clip it? I said that in the last podcast.
You
didn't I?
did, yeah.
Clip it, baby.
You're like, he's not going to make the cut.
Oh,
what you
I
said.
knew. Yeah. I should have done my bold prediction that he was going to finish last. That would have been. Everyone took him to make the cut. What idiots, dude.
The thing that got me is, did you see him saying that if he could drive the ball as far as Rory, he would be one of the best golf players in the world?
I think they took that out of proportion.
I think he just wasn't thinking when he said that more so.
So I think he was just like being like facetious. I think he was just almost being sarcastic. Like I think.
Oh, well, I didn't see that actually. So you might be right there.
Yeah, I think the media is just like portraying this in the wrong light. It's like saying like, oh, if I could putt like Jordan Spieth, I'd be on tour. It's like the same thing. It's like I think he was just saying that because he just doesn't hit it long. Like I actually watched the interview and he said something like Roy drives at like 320 and I drive at 280 or something like that. So he was like, you know how you say all the time like, oh, if I was 6'8", I'd be in the NBA. Like he said probably something
that's fair.
Just like that, and the media took it. And so someone told me the other day, they're like, yeah, I don't like Michael Block because he said that. And I'm like, dude, he's like, I'm 100% sure that's like you being like, oh, you know, if I was from Canada, I'd be in the NHL. You know,
Yeah. The difference, though, is that he's good enough to know that that's not the difference between him and Rory.
But I could sense he was definitely being
that's fair.
being pretty sarcastic. But yeah, I just knew the high.
But if I could putt like Jordan Spieth,
you'd be on tour.
I mean, okay, I got to confess this. I'm putting right-handed again. I had 45 putts last round.
You actually putted lefty?
Yeah, I told you I've been putting lefty. I had like 2 good rounds lefty. And then the last 2 times I played, I had 42 putts and 45 putts. So the last round I played, I shot a 95 with 45 putts.
Joe made a 8-foot slider when we played with my putter. I'm left-handed putting.
It was nice.
And he made an 8-foot slider and just switched.
Well, no, not just switched. I putted with the backside of my right-handed putter for 1 round. And I putted pretty nice.
Round?
The whole round with the backside of it and was draining
There's
putts.
some things that you do that just make me
It's just
wonder.
a mental hack.
Some things you say, I'm just like, what an interesting guy.
But
that's great, though. I mean, I respect you for trying. I tried.
The driver was kind of nice, though.
Oh, was it?
On the second shot.
Yeah.
Shot
Normally
1
is.
in the woods, hitting 3 from the tee. That shot was always nice.
Yeah, it normally is, man.
Yeah. Had a nice little, drove the green on a par 4. That was my second shot.
Did you?
Cleared the trees.
Second
it was like
shot?
315 uphill.
Oh.
It was a nice shot.
Uphill both ways.
Uphill both ways. First shot, though, in the woods. I was hitting from 3 from the tee box, so I bogeyed it. There we go.
You hate that.
I hate to
But
see
hey,
it.
at least you bogeyed.
Yeah.
We hate doubles.
We hate doubles.
So, but yeah, dude, yeah, I was 100% right about Michael Block. I just want to put that on record. Also, I was sad to see our guy Shank, who I love his last name.
You do love Shank.
Who finished second in a playoff to Cirillo, I think, whatever this Frenchman's name is. I think it's a second win on tour, maybe.
I only care about majors.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't.
But-
Grillo. But anyway, yeah, I wanted Shank to win. Scheffler, I think, has finished tied 12th or better in every tournament this year.
He's boring.
He's
so boringly good.
consistently good.
That's so boring.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of boring. Yeah,
But I mean, also so good.
let's talk about a more fun sport. You want to talk about basketball?
Well, I wanted to ask about you because this is the first time we're recording together in person in what, like a month now?
Yeah, like 3 weeks or something.
So how's the last weekend, all of the things been?
Ooh, this weekend, dude, has been so relaxing.
Oh, nice.
Didn't really do much. Visited Becca's family. Went to church. I mean, dude, did not do a whole lot. Played golf on Friday. Actually kind of took most of the day off on
Let me
Friday.
guess. You shot better than a 95.
I did, yeah. Played at Independence.
Oh, nice.
And first time I played out there, and it was actually in really good shape. But very relaxing, man. Didn't do a whole lot. And it was just nice to actually work out, not be in a hurry.
Nice.
One weekend, you know?
That sounds
Watch
nice.
a couple movies. And yeah, man. So other than that, Trying not to be in a hurry as much. That's my theme now.
That's a good theme.
Yeah. What about you?
Exact opposite, but good was beach with my family, which was awesome. Chaotic, but wonderful too. That's where we recorded last week. Iceman with Iceman.
He should be more. Dude, he's a good third.
He's awesome. Yeah. We got to get him up here. And then drove to Southwest Virginia. Was at a wedding there. The most beautiful, nicest.
Where was that again?
It was in Bristol.
Oh, so really out west.
Yeah, Tennessee border.
I thought you were going to be near Roanoke, but you were even farther west.
Yeah, so.
Wow, it was beautiful there?
It was awesome. It was, nicest wedding I've ever been to. It was incredible.
How come?
It was just, so as the husband of a wedding florist, I appreciate wedding florals these days. And
makes sense.
And they were insane. Yeah, I was like, whoa, do you see this? Look at that. Look at that centerpiece. It was nice.
Nice.
But yeah, it was really fun. And then got back last night. Been gone for a week and a half, so pretty tired.
Yeah, you have.
But a good time.
What time did you get in last night?
Not too bad. It was 5 o'clock.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you didn't get back late.
Yeah, so we picked up some Jack Browns. No free shout-outs.
Oh, Jack Brown's a stop. What'd you get, Greg Brady?
No, I get the Dr. Gonzo.
Oh, I've never had that one.
It's mushrooms, onions, and Swiss cheese.
Oh, so you went healthy.
It's a burger. Burger with fries.
You had vegetables on it.
What, you eat vegetables? What are those? What are those?
Oh, man. That's awesome. Now I kind of want Jack Brown's.
I know.
Dude, Jack Brown sounds gas right now.
That sounds so good now.
Oh, my gosh. I haven't had the Greg Brady. Oh, that's
Is that the one with mac and cheese on it?
Oh, is it ever?
Okay, so every single time I'm very close to getting it, but the barbecue chips, mac and cheese, I'm like, if I could get it as a slider or half of my burger, I'd go for it. But I don't know if I want to commit to it yet. But I think I should. Every time after the fact, I'm like, I should have gone with it.
You gotta try, man. I know. I'll try yours. You'll try mine.
That's what I need. A little half and half. But NBA, like I said, it's kind of pointless but you guys know the outcome already. But little could be interesting. The Celtics could be the first team in NBA history to come back from a 3-game deficit.
I'm shocked.
So out of now 151 teams have been down 3-0 in the NBA, and the Celtics could be the first one to do it.
Are they the first one?
Mm-hmm.
Why did I feel like LeBron's done it? I feel like LeBron's done everything.
No, so they're the first one. So let's see if I can find some stats to go off of. Yeah, 100. As of May 27th, 151 NBA teams have fallen into a 3-0 deficit or 0-3 deficit. Because, the other series was a sweep.
You're
so
right.
they fell into it.
Yeah, you're right. Wow. Only 2% or 4 of them have forced to Game 7.
Yep. So that's already impressive enough. Then right now on ESPN, the line's -7.5 for Boston, I think. And then they have them at an 83% chance of winning. Obviously, who knows what that means. But
Boston? They have the Lions have Boston 83% chance?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Dude, they can't beat Michael Jordan's blood.
Well, Jimmy Butler guaranteed that the Heat aren't going to lose.
He guaranteed it?
Yeah. So we know it's true. So we know it's true.
So Heat are definitely losing. Yeah. It's like
they're done.
Anytime I look over at someone and said, watch this drive, it never goes well.
No. As the one who says, watch this drive, I know it never goes well.
Dude, I'm telling you what. I think, first of all, the Celtics, they destroyed the Sixers. Right? Especially last game. They absolutely destroyed the Sixers. So they had a lot of momentum. I felt like going in, and then they went down 0-3, and there's a chance they're going to come back. I hope they do, just to make history. So I'm rooting for the Celtics.
I'm torn. I might have to make a game time decision tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Who I want. I think I do want the Celtics though to win. We'll see though.
Why would you want the Heat? Because you're a big Miami guy?
I'm just contrarian.
That's true.
Anti-Boston
and you like
sports.
Miami.
I do like Miami
spring
as
break.
I like Miami as a city. You were hating on it. I like it.
I was kind of hating on it. You're right.
What did you say? It was top 10 worst or most overrated cities in the U.S.?
Overrated.
Okay. Not worst, just overrated.
No, just overrated.
There's a big difference there. Okay.
Yeah. No, I like it. I just think the hype that when I went to Miami a couple years ago, it just didn't live up to the hype in my head.
Yeah.
But that could be my fault too, right?
No, there is parts of that. And it's also a little bit weird, the whole, I don't know, the renting super nice cars and driving around. It's definitely kind of a clout chasing,
touristy,
front If you know what I mean? Like everyone's like
went to a Marlins game, which is cool. Also, your light behind you was going nutty.
Yeah, anyone who's watching. Oh, it changed on its own before I grabbed this.
No, look, it just keeps going.
Okay, it keeps going back and down.
It was like a lava lamp.
Yeah,
that was nuts.
Shout out Amazon for these lights that are possessed.
By the way, we're drinking Celsius out of a coffee mug.
Is that subtle plug number 22 in episode number 22?
Yeah. There Celsius, if they don't sponsor us, man, I guarantee we've increased sales.
I think I've told you. Have you tried Prime yet? The one that Logan Paul endorses? No, it's nice.
Is it gas?
It's gas.
Is it supposed to be healthy?
No, I mean, yeah, it's the same as a Celsius, any of those. I don't know why it took so long to get not sugar heavy energy drinks.
Yeah, I've been doing some research on Celsius though.
Probably not that great for you.
It's not awful for you, but it's not great for you.
Yeah.
It's like one of those I wouldn't recommend drinking them all the time.
Yeah.
But they're fine.
They're fine.
They're definitely a lot better than like a Red Bull.
Right. That's what I'm meaning. It's like it took forever of being like, you remember Vault?
Yeah.
Like Little League when Vault trucks would come.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, like Vault. Even like the
Monster's
Mountain Dew. What was Mountain Dew's energy drink?
Voltage.
Version?
Was it Voltage?
I think it was something like that.
I remember having, I went through this weird kick when I was younger, and I loved like the different Mountain Dew flavors. My parents should have
like Code Red.
Me. Yeah, I would like the red and the blue, and I think they had a purple one maybe. Like I don't know.
The Code Red was my dad used to love Mountain Dew, and Code Red was an alternate staple. Not the other flavors, but that one. Then the Baja Blast.
People love their soda, man.
I don't think I could drink it now, but I used to love it.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
So and then NHL, Canes, sad. Getting swept.
What do you think about that though? The Canes being swept. It's sad.
I mean, Panthers are hot. They were good games.
Dude, they're so hot.
They're so hot. And
it's so hot.
Like, what are you gonna do? They're that hot. They beat them in a triple overtime, and then another overtime in 2 of those games. So it's like they're playing like 6 games at that point now. It's unbelievable. And then the Golden Knights and Stars are forcing a game 6 tonight. Could go to game 7, in which case the NHL is just straight up mirroring the NBA playoffs.
Correct.
Right now, which is crazy.
Sweep.
You got a sweep 7. In one side of it, possibly
I hope it does
up
go
at
to game
0-3 and then go into game 7. That's nuts.
As someone who is a very like stands hockey fan, like watching from outside on the stands, I really hope there's game 7.
As opposed to watching on the ice.
Yeah. As opposed to like intently watching like I do golf.
No, it's fair. Yeah, I hope there's a game 7 too. That's about all I can say with NHL playoffs.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. The series would have already been over if Mike Modano was here.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Maybe so.
He used to be my favorite player. Dallas Stars.
Son. Did you used to play as him?
Mm-hmm.
That's all you needed to know. That's what you needed to know. So NFL news, our sweet spot right here. DeAndre Hopkins was released.
Oh.
Yeah. So ended up not working the trade. Looking like the Bills might be the landing spot for him.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I think in my mind, that's the clearest place for him to land right now, which could be awesome.
I was about to say that would be disgusting.
That could be really cool.
Can you imagine that wide receiver core? Gabe Davis, first of all, is low-key a stud.
Oh, he's an incredible number 2. But then with Stephon Diggs, he hasn't been showing up to OTAs. I've seen different rumors. Some people think he might be with the Giants. Some people think he move around different places.
Giants.
I'm not sure that he is going to be a Bill in this season. So you're getting D-Hop, which is definitely helping out in general. But then especially
not as good as Diggs, though.
Probably not as good as Diggs, but he's such a veteran receiver and he's so good. And then you get like Davis too. Like
he also, though, I almost feel bad for him.
Why?
Hopkins, because he played with Kyler Murray.
I mean,
that has to be one of the worst quarterbacks to play wide receiver for.
You think so?
Yeah, because he's also like a dual threat. So he obviously runs a lot. And so there's a lot of times where you're running your route, and so is the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But I would say compared to other running quarterbacks, like D-Hop got some action this year, despite being
I just think like
some games.
I think potential wise, like if you put him with like a stud QB.
Oh yeah,
I mean that's all.
So it would be good for him if he ends up with Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Then other stuff going on though. Jimmy G. It turns out he failed his physical, I think, in March.
Oh.
So with his contract with the Raiders added 2 final clauses that state Garoppolo can be released with 0 dead cap hit if the following conditions aren't met.
Yep.
A past physical, at least one game in 2023 played, and then no injuries suffered to his left foot during the 2023 season. So it looked like his left foot was what caused him to fail. So at very best, his contract's getting majorly restructured.
Right.
Potential conspiracy thrown out there. Tom Brady, yeah, dude. But Tom Brady coming in as a part owner of the Raiders. What if he's like, all right, I'm stepping back in. I'm QB1 for the season.
Can you imagine if Tom Brady is a part owner in the Raiders? And can you do that? Can you be I
have no idea if someone can
you be a part owner of a team and play for the team? We got to get Ryan Reynolds on the pitch.
Yeah.
Dude, but that, first of all, I don't think that'll ever happen. But if Tom Brady spent any time with a young QB.
Oh, that'll be.
Oh. So if it's not Tom Brady, who do you think the actual QB will be if Jimmy G is not there?
I don't know, dude. It's a good question. Because, like,
a lot of
realistically, it's not going to be Tom.
Yeah.
Or is it? No.
Bryce Young.
There's a chance I think that it could be Jimmy G just with the restructured contract. Sure. Maybe like Matt Ryan come in. I don't know. Man, it'd be interesting.
There's a lot of QB switch up this season.
There's a lot of switch up. Yeah.
Not only with contracts and stuff, but just like actual like Derek Carr to the Saints, Jimmy G Raiders, Aaron Rodgers, Jets.
I know. There's a lot of movement.
It's
kind of interesting. But the Raiders will be in good shape. They got our boy Max Crosby, of course.
Yeah.
Also,
be in good shape.
Fun fact, Caitlin had her sales conference out in Vegas. Las Vegas. And they like rented out the stadium for like some games and stuff. So she like sent me a picture. She's like touring the locker room and everything. I'm like, dang, that's so cool.
They have too much money. You know you have too much money as an organization.
Yeah.
When you rent out
speaking from the point of view of two people in organizations that don't have money, I agree.
You know, they could just give us each a couple million. Right?
Look at that.
It probably cost them a couple million to have this trip.
Oh, easy.
Get rid of it.
Easy. Give it to us. Share.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring.
We should start what's the word I'm looking for? Blasphemizing? Ostracizing companies.
Just trashing people, roasting them.
We should have like one company every podcast where we just like throw one of the bus.
Or we just Venmo request companies. You mind sending us $2 million on Venmo?
We'll request like $100,000. And we'll say like, this is what we're going to say to you on our podcast or say about you if you don't pay. Like start threatening companies.
Just make up something in blackmail.
Dude.
So ridiculous.
You owe us $94,000 or we're going to say this 3-sentence statement about your company. We can start hiring private investigators.
The podcast took an entirely different form now.
It's like a company business crime podcast.
Yeah. We started on Mafia.
Yeah. Have you seen what Adidas is doing? Yeah.
Flip side, though, we can go after your competitors for an extra fee.
Yeah.
But MLB, Braves are going back and forth.
Dude, Acuna looks like a stud.
Well, yeah. So Acuna's going off, as always. Olsen's hit some bombs. Bombies. They are still in the front of the NL East, your favorite division, because you've been a fan of every team. Rays are still hot, still leading the MLB.
I've actually been a fan of every team.
Not the Marlins, right?
But the Marlins. Screw the Marlins.
But you were talking about them earlier this episode, so there's that. Dude, AL East, that was looking nice. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
So, who do you think is to come out? There's probably a couple teams because of wild card.
Oh, yeah. I think there's going to be 3 playoff teams.
Yeah. They are looking good, though.
I don't know.
You think the Rays?
I feel like I need to, obviously, we're giving predictions, so much can change this, but I feel like I really don't have an opinion yet until probably mid-June.
Yeah.
Because Rays obviously came out super hot, but then the other teams are catching up a little bit.
Yeah, they might
I think they have like a 4-game lead or something like that on every other team in the league, but they started out so hot. I mean, it's May, so I would love to talk more about baseball, but pretty sure no one else wants to. So I'll move on.
Once NBA's wrapped up,
then we're all in.
NHL.
You love calling it Chell.
It's because I love that video game.
That's true. All right. So, Iceman.
Oh.
Time for...
Is he going to fly in?
He's flying in via video.
What's up, everyone? This week's Unsung Hero goes out to Luton Town Football Club, who play their games at the 10,300-seat Kenilworth Road in Luton, England. Luton Town Football Club has just been promoted to the Premier League. Huzzah! After a contentious back-and-forth match, they went to penalty kicks, where U.S. men's national team goalkeeper Ethan Horvath came through big, making multiple saves in order to secure the win and the promotion to the Premier League. Now, with the promotion comes a big old paycheck. And that's probably a good thing because Kenilworth Road, where Luton Town plays, hosts only 10,300 seats, but also requires you to go through a multi-family housing facility in order to get to the stadium. So, they got to kind of literally upgrade their stadium to the Premier League standards. We're talking about standards like the Etihad at Manchester City, the 75,000-seater from Manchester United, and then everything in London from Tottenham, Arsenal, whoever you want to say, Chelsea. And the issue here is nothing, because they're going to have to deal with the zoning issues they already have. But if you've got no one else to cheer for, Luton Town Football Club is the inspirational story of the year. Ethan Horvath, who is the U.S. men's national team keeper I just mentioned, is from Colorado. And his dad used to be the high school soccer coach at Columbine High School. Yes, the same Columbine High School that tragically had the school shooting years ago. So Ethan Horvath is a bit of an inspirational story himself. If you go look him up, he's an awesome guy, quiet, a little reserved, but absolutely felt the emotions of being promoted to the Premier League the other day. Here's to you, Luton Town Football Club, and Ethan Horvath. You guys are this week's Unsung Hero. We wish you all the best next year.
That's so hype.
That is cool.
Look at this. I'm throwing up some tweets of everything that's happening right now with them. That's so fun. Feels like real life Ted Lasso.
$200 million promotion.
Boom. Dude, should we talk about shows right now?
We can.
Something about Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Do a little weekly watch of what's happening.
Oh, weekly watch.
Weekly watch. Are we spoilers or no spoilers?
Spoilers.
All right. So we will try to timestamp it in the episode. So if you don't want to be spoiled on any of these spoilers, check that out. You can skip to the end of the section. But first up with this, Ted Lasso, you're caught up, right?
Yep.
What do you think's happening?
He's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's 100%.
Nate comes
fly
in.
Back. I think Nate's going to come in and be the head coach.
I was thinking that, and then he comes in, and then he says that at the end of the episode. I think the storylines are wrapping up so nicely, which is sad because
it is.
It's going to be the end of it.
Do you think it's going to be the end?
I think so, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's just a perfect transition. Jamie Tart storylines had a full...
Jamie Tart, Jamie Tart. That's so catchy. I love dude, one of my favorite scenes, when Jamie Tart scores a goal and then they flash to the pub and they're like, Jamie Tart. It's so fun. But dude, Ted Lasso overall, what a great show. Just from a production standpoint to a entertainment standpoint, it's just a feel-good TV show.
Well, and the writing. The stuff that Beard and Ted Lasso say. Sometimes I have to put closed captions on because I miss it the first time. I'm like, that's hilarious. How did I not catch that?
His, Lassoisms or whatever.
Yeah,
they're just so
and the puns and
so, yeah,
references.
I think all in all, it's wrapping up nicely. I hope, selfishly, there's a season 4, but if this was it would be a heck of a finale, and it would be a heck of a show. Not, all good things come to an end. So maybe we'll come to an end.
And then we'll know soon, though.
Literally. I hope it's a 6-hour long.
It's an entire other season packed into one episode.
One episode, yeah.
It's so good.
It's so good, though. What else you watching?
So just finished Succession. Watched that finale last night. Did you ever watch that? So
Succession?
That was the series finale last night. So good. I won't give spoilers if you haven't watched it. But for anyone who did watch it, I felt like the finale was one of the best finales I've seen. It felt like it just fit the show so well in ways that drive you crazy, but also are just poetic.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I thought that one was really good. We just caught up last night and finished The Last Thing You Told Me. I was telling you about that on Apple TV. That one was good.
We might have to. What's that about?
It's... I'm trying to think of the show starts off and the husband disappears essentially. And so that's like the premise of the show starting. And then it's like figuring out the next steps and then backfilling information.
Mm-hmm. Guess what we just watched? We just watched, this is not a show, but it's a movie. It's with Jake Gyllenhaal. It just came out.
My guy.
Guy Ritchie. The Covenant.
Covenant.
So we freaking paid, and tell me if you think this is a good decision or not. So me and Beck were chilling. It was Saturday. Yeah, it was just Saturday afternoon. We were hanging out. And we go, hey, let's watch a movie. And we have Apple TV Prime, all the hookups.
All of them.
And Prime had The Covenant, which just was released like less than 30 days ago in theaters. Mm-hmm. So I think it's still in some theaters, but you could rent it for $20. So we did. We rented it for 20.
Rented it for 20.
Yeah, because it was a brand new movie. And Becca's like, we have to because it's cheaper than going to a movie theater. I was like, yeah, but our plan was never to go to a movie theater.
Yeah, I'm a little bit on your side here.
Yeah. But it was a good movie.
Yeah, it's fun sometimes.
Yeah.
I probably would have just waited a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But
it was a good movie.
Was it worth it?
I will say.
Was it worth it?
Borderline.
Borderline.
Yeah.
Worth $15?
I think it's plus minus somewhere in the low teens.
Okay.
Or not teens, low double digits.
So like
12.
12.
Yeah.
87.
Mm-hmm. I think that's spot on.
Spot on.
Plus minus.
Plus or minus.
But Jake Gyllenhaal did a pretty solid job acting there. And I don't know. All in all, it's a good movie.
That's cool. The other one we also just finished up was The Citadel. I think I told you about it with Priyanka.
Yeah.
I think I'd give that one like a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay. It's probably a fair rating.
Did you watch any of it? It was entertaining. I think it could have been a whole lot better, but because I love spy movies and stuff like that. And so it's all like if you're creating a show in that genre for me, your baseline is going to be like probably at least a 4.5. Like I don't think you can go below that any.
Right.
But I'm going to be critical to get above an 8. So that's what I'm like, it's somewhere in the middle of that.
Nice. There you go.
So
we also watched another war movie. It was about how we watched 2 war movies over the weekend. The first one I watched was about, I can't remember what it's called. Maybe it'll come back to me. But it was like a 59-man U.S. Army outpost in the middle of like Taliban country. Like it was in a valley, right?
I've seen the previews. Is this a newish one?
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay, I think I've seen the previews.
And so anyway, it was, you want to talk about intense? It was like an hour-long battle scene. Nuts. Between like them and the Taliban. It was literally, I mean, it was definitely edge of your seat entertaining. It was nuts. I mean, overall, it's a good movie, but emotionally, it was draining. Because you're rooting for the U.S. guys, and there's like 7 or 8 of them who died.
You're like stressed out for them in the show or the movie.
Yeah. But gosh, I can't remember what that's called. But anyways, it was. I guess we're big into war movies.
Yeah, I guess so. Any big one? What would you endorse for people right now? Are there anyone to watch if you haven't watched one?
A war movie?
Or just anything that you've watched recently?
Shrinking. That was hilarious.
Oh, I've heard that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe it was from you, actually.
I think it was for me, probably. But it's about the therapist who needs a therapist type of deal.
Marshall, whatever, Jason.
Harrison Ford. And it's got...
Jace, what's his last name?
I'm so bad, I've realized, with actors' names.
It is Siegel, Jason Siegel.
Yeah, that's... Never would have guessed that.
I'm really bad at names, too.
I'm really bad at actors' names. But it was really good because it was like he was trying to mend the relationship with his daughter after he lost his wife and she lost, her mom. And then how he gets like way over involved with the patients' lives. It's just, it's a pretty funny little TV show. Maybe there's 8 or 10 episodes, but it was on Apple TV too.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. You?
I think I would say The Last Thing You Told Me. It was a good one. It was like 7 episodes. Interesting. It like finished up. It's a good watch. Pretty easy.
Yeah, cool. We should start doing spit takes.
Spit takes.
I was just thinking about that.
You know what I was just thinking about? Florida man.
Oh, you got to do it again, don't you?
Got to do it again. So, so right
now,
now,
I realized we didn't do a
growth mindset
day today on what happened today.
Oh, let's do that now.
Totally
do you have it?
Yep.
Let's do that right now.
There's a couple pretty cool ones I think you're gonna like. so I figured we have to talk about it. Okay.
Have to.
On this day, May 30th, the crowd favorite to most, Gordon Ramsay, first appeared on U.S. television, May 30th, 2005 for Hell's Kitchen.
That was almost 2 decades ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
That's nuts.
Yeah. Love him or hate him, he is a TV personality. And then also,
Guy Fieri.
I had to do a little research in this one, but May 30th, 2020, the SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket and Crew Dragon spacecraft took off at 3:22 p.m. Eastern Standard. The capsule is the first privately designed and built spacecraft to carry astronauts to space and is bound for the International Space Station. That was the previous article, so obviously it made it to the International Space Station. Right. But that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. So two kind of cool. There's actually a lot of stuff that happened on
Anything
today.
else that was interesting?
There was some baseball stuff. It was like it's some like late 1800s. Someone completed this like 110th shutout. I forgot who that was. Or early 1900s.
110th shutout.
Yeah.
Nuts.
In Major League Baseball, I guess. Babe Ruth played his like second to last game, I think.
Okay. What is that? I played my second to last game on this.
Or it might have been his last game. I don't remember. I don't think it was last game, so I don't put it. And then Willie Mays hit his like 638th career home run or something today. Dude, but it was like 2 pages. Normally it's like
1 or 2 things. You go to a couple sites, find them.
Yeah, normally I go to like a couple different sites and it's like, oh, these 20 things happen in history and like 18 of them are like,
okay.
Yeah, with like history or art or like something like that. I'm like, But this one had like 2 full pages of events.
That's nuts.
Also, the Indy 500 typically is on today. So there was like a ton of winners on the
Interesting. I didn't know
Indy
that.
500. Yeah. It was on yesterday.
Did you watch it?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
But now that I think about
makes
it,
another left
it was
turn.
on yesterday. Yeah.
All right. Should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
3-1, right? You got 3 dubs. I got 1 dub.
3-4-1.
4-1. And 1 for Iceman because he got a win last week. Cleared throat. All right. Story number 1. A Florida man faces a myriad of charges after a small methamphetamine lab exploded in his residence, causing a fire. When the fire department arrived on scene to extinguish the fire, the man seized the opportunity to jump behind the wheel of the fire truck and speed away. The man's escape came to an abrupt halt as he crashed the vehicle into a construction barricade a few blocks from the fire. The man was arrested and charged with manufacturing methamphetamine, trafficking, and grand theft auto.
Wow.
Quite the arrest. Story number 2. A Florida man decided to have an adventure with an ambulance that was left unattended as the crew was dropping off a patient. The Florida man jumped into the vehicle and drove off, but he didn't get far. Shortly after he left the hospital, the man managed to get the ambulance stuck in mud. The man then took off on foot. Sorry, I'm going to take a breath.
You're not breathing.
I really wasn't. I was like, I'm getting lightheaded. The man then took off on foot, but the man was found and taken into custody and is now charged with grand theft auto.
This one's tougher because nothing like stood out. You know how sometimes it just
Your
stands
gut's
out?
not like, this one.
No, but my gut does say one's true, two's false.
That's what it says?
Mm-hmm.
3 and 2.
Oh, no.
There's the ambulance stuck in the mud for anyone watching the video.
Dang it.
So,
I don't believe you.
dude, that picture is created with AI. It's not even true.
That's an AI photo.
Oh,
wow,
man.
whatever, man.
I worked hard on that one because I was like, I have to win.
I really don't want to do it.
I know. That's the best thing about this is, so these stories are really fun. I like doing it. It's a fun segment. And the real stories are just entertaining and ridiculous. But since it's a competition, there's pressure on creating the fake ones.
Correct.
And it feels like a good punishment for losing.
It does.
Like it gives a little,
Extra.
put some stakes on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know why I was so ready to be done with the original format.
Yeah.
After like 18 weeks of coming up with stories in a row. Yeah. It's brutal.
That's tough. But I got it down. I can do it.
Oh yeah, you got it down.
All right.
Growth mindset. You want to do that? We didn't do that last. We might need to restart the slate here because I don't remember anything.
I don't know. Let's just restart. Let's do something new.
Probably failed in whatever it was before.
Some folks on something new. Actually, my last one was weekly game plans, not daily.
Oh, yeah.
That's been going well the last 2 to 3 weeks.
Nice.
I will say that. But my growth mindset is the ruthless elimination of hurry. So it's a book I'm listening to. Notice how I didn't say read because I
don't read.
Have a tough time. But listening to this book called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, and it talks about like how you can slow down and how we weren't made to be running on 100% 24/7, and how being busy is essentially just not good. And there's a lot of science into it, facts. It's by former mega church pastor who like burnt out by the time he was 33, and it affected like his relationships all around him and his relationships with Jesus, and how he started to slow down, and how we can kind of live a life like Jesus in order to like combat a lot of the stress, anxiety, dread and stuff that happens in our world now. So anyway, it's just like, for me, it's just like slowing down a little bit. You would appreciate this. I started the book and realized I was listening to it on 1.5 times.
You're like, sorry,
so
John Mark.
I put it down to 1 and I was like, let's take this in a little bit better. But
Interesting. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I get that. I'd have been there too.
To try to slow down.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I'm kind of like stuck right now because I'm like slowing down. I feel like is a need, but I also feel the need of like getting ahead work wise so I can slow down. And I'm like, which one comes first? Which one's smarter? Do I try to slow down or do I try to speed up for a season and then be able to hopefully hire and then slow down that way? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like everything I'm seeing as a balance and I'm not sure which side is right for me right now. All things that feel like pretty good and all. And so I think that I need to probably like carve out time to be thinking and like maybe even journaling if I do that kind of stuff, it would be good. But of just kind of like figuring out what is the best course of action, what's the right way of moving forward with each one. So
yeah, fair enough.
All that to say, I think that my growth mindset is spending time thinking and figuring out where's the right place to be doubling down on like trying to grow in instead of just moving and just jumping into action first.
Gotcha.
So
nice.
That's where I'm at.
Wow.
Draft. Should we do it?
Let's do the draft.
Since you stole the cereal from me in a late night snack draft, it's been on my mind.
I love cereal, man.
And Iceman was like, why haven't y'all done just breakfast cereals as a draft?
Well,
and I said, you know what, Iceman? That's a fantastic idea.
That's what we're going to do.
And that's what we're going to do today. So I get to pick first.
Okay.
Which this is the hardest draft for me because there's so many that I want on there. So getting this out there right now, we're going to get roasted with a bunch of comments of why don't you pick this or this or this. Yeah. I would love to pick all of them. I have 5 picks. So here I am.
Yeah.
These are the 5 that I like right now in this season of life. Okay. Done. It'll be different in a year. It was different 2 years ago. So there's my disclaimer. Pick number 1 is Cheerios Oat Crunch.
Oh.
Have you had that? It's pretty new. It's like a newer in a couple years.
I think so.
It's
Oat
nice.
Crunch. No.
It's like honey bunches of oats meets Cheerios. Oh. So instead of the soggy flakes, you have Cheerios there. Oh. It's delicious.
Nice. My first one, it's a little bit out of left field, Raisin Bran. Okay. I couldn't even hold that in.
But have you had the Raisin Bran Crunch?
No.
Well, because it's good. There's like little sweet granola in there.
So number 1 for me, it's been a staple for me the last 3 to 5 years, Cocoa Pebbles. Oh, the chocolatey goodness. You can slurp down the milk afterwards and it's like chocolate milk.
That is good. I haven't had that in a very long time.
Honey.
But not bad. Pick number 2 for me, again, it's a newer one that I'm into, is oatmeal squares.
You're really picking outside the box cereals here.
I know. I'm telling you, I like all cereals. Okay. So these are what I'm into right now.
Gotcha. Number 2 for me, another pretty easy pick. I haven't had it in a while, but I need to have it soon. Reese's Puffs. Peanut butter chocolatey flavor.
Reese's Puffs.
Oh,
those are nice.
So good.
Oh, what to do? Blueberry frosted mini wheats.
Dude, you're pissed right now, dude. This is the most outlandish cereal draft I've ever seen.
Let's go.
Dude, number 3 for me, another easy one. You're just giving them to me. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Dang it, I should have done that.
Easy number 3 is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I was debating picking that 4th or 3rd.
Smokes, man.
That's bad. I can't believe I gave you Cinnamon Toast Crunch there. What do I want now? I really wanted Cinnamon Toast Crunch 4th. So here's the problem. Disclaimer. I've been cutting back on the sugar that I'm eating. And so all of these cereals that you're saying are like used to be my favorites, but I haven't eaten in like 5 years, really.
Right. That's good for you healthy-wise, but dude, these are the most random stuff.
I know. Dude, so have you had oatmeal squares?
No.
So I had never had them before 2 years ago. They're so good.
I'll have to try them. I am looking for a pretty
I want to
healthy.
report back. All right, I'm going Honey Nut Cheerios.
So you went 2 Cheerios.
Yeah.
So you go 2 Cheerios.
2 Cheerios, dude.
All right, another easy one, dude. Frosted Flakes.
Dude, I'll take Honey Nut Cheerios over Frosted Flakes.
Easy cereal.
And then Honey Nut Cheerios and Cheerios Oat Crunch, very different. Very different.
Dude, you are nuts.
I am nuts. All right, this pick is gonna I don't know how you're gonna come back from roasting me on this one, but I stand by it. You're gonna hate this so much. Special K fruit and yogurt.
This is the worst draft I've ever been part of. Dude, I can't wait till you post this.
And just get trashed.
Smokes, dude. Those are your top 5 cereals.
Dude, I'm being honest right now. These are the 5 cereals that I'm eating the most. And so I know that I'm going to get trashed for them.
All right, well,
but here they are.
Easy, dude. You made this draft so easy on me. I didn't have to do any thinking, really. Number 5 is one I used to love growing up. Haven't had as much recently, but Lucky Charms. I mean...
Fair. For some reason, I thought you were going to go Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks are good, too.
I might have told this story in the podcast, but in like 2002, when the Olympics were coming to Salt Lake City, Kellogg's had like a huge box top thing where if you collected them, it was like 200 and something, you get a snowboard. It was like 15, you'd get sunglasses with the Olympics logo, like beanie, all of that. Well, we got the snowboard, we got the beanie, we got the glasses, we got like multiple of everything except for the snowboard. We only got one snowboard. But we had so many Apple Jacks and Frosted Flakes then that it took me like 10 years to want them again. But I mean, I had 3 brothers, so we would fly through cereal, but it was just all Kellogg's.
You guys probably knocked out a box a day.
Oh, more than that. Every Sunday night was cereal night. And so we would go through probably like 6 gallons of milk, a couple boxes of cereal.
You guys did not each have a gallon and a half of milk.
No, it was only like 4. No, but so we would buy though. So realistically, it was probably 3 gallons on Sunday night of cereal or milk.
That's insane.
Realistically, probably 3 gallons. 6 total. So 4 sons, and then my mom and dad.
Your mom and dad participated in Sunday night cereal?
Yeah, they did.
Nice. That's so funny.
And it was funny because we would all like had different milk preferences. So like some of us liked skim milk, some of us liked 2%, some of us liked 1%. And so it's just like we'd get a bunch of everything, just the spread.
And it wouldn't go to waste.
Yeah.
Like you drink
so this is what's hard about this draft though for me, because I just love all cereal. So everything you said, everything I said.
Cereal. Yeah.
Like my list could be.
Your top 5. I mean, that
is absurd. It's absurd. I understand.
So funny. I mean,
it's absurd.
That's like me being like golf draft, and I go, okay, number 1, Top Flight. Number 2, Wilson.
Probably, honestly.
Yeah.
But I stand by it.
Number 3, Walter Hagen.
I endorse all of my picks. If you haven't had one of them, go get them. They're delicious.
Oh, that's great.
And on that note, I probably deserve to get roasted for it. So let us know. Share the pod. Subscribe. Thanks for listening if you survived my draft there.
If you think Joe's cereal choices are stupid, leave a 5-star review.
If you think they're smart,
leave a
5-star review.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
Peace.